All right, we did it. Hey, Google Hangout world and YouTube world and meditation world and non-meditation world. I'm Bonnie LeBaron, and I'm here again this week to do another Google Hangout guided meditation and meditation training. Today is going to be a little more free-flowing in what we're doing. We don't have exactly like a topic like we normally do, but I wanted to keep it open to take requests and see if anybody had anything specifically that they like, any intentions, and then we can base the meditation we do on our intentions. So if you're new to this, again, I'm Bonnie LeBaron. I do this every second and last Thursday of the month, and we always do different techniques and just basically learn how to feel good in our bodies and be present with what it feels like to manifest and basically create peace and love energy in our bodies through meditation. There's also a lot of other gifts that meditation gives us, so we're here to explore all that too. And I do this because I think that it's really fascinating once we learn these techniques, how easy it is to relax and calm down, and it just takes understanding how to do them or being taught how to do them. So I finally started wanting to share it a little more, and I hope that you guys will take these out into the world with you, and next time you're feeling really stressed out, you can call in one of these techniques and hopefully it will help you relax and calm down and feel good. So you can find me on Facebook if you want to go deeper. I have several different support packages. I work with people one-on-one with relaxation therapy, meditation. I am a Reiki master, and I also do Qigong. So there's multiple forms of modalities, or multiple modalities of healing that I do, and I would love to share that with you. So my name is Bonnie LeBaron on Facebook, which is BonnieLeBaron, and I know I say this all the time, but hopefully in the next few weeks I'll have my website up, so I'll make it a little easier. Or you can always email me at bonnielebaron333@gmail.com. Sweet. So the other thing I like to do is create this community where we can come together and talk about meditation, and we can have support, because sometimes when we're diving into these meditation practices, they can be a little bit lonely. So we're going to take the next 15 minutes to go through, and everyone can say their name. We'll do a drop-in so we can all get to know each other here. That's one of my favorite parts too. And we'll keep it short today, so we'll just do a drop-in of your name, where you are in the world, and how you're feeling in this present moment. So feel free to, before you talk, take a deep breath. My cat is feeling like she wants my attention. So we'll take a deep breath and center in, and then speak from that place of how you're feeling. And we don't need to go into like a story about why we're feeling this way, but just be present with what it feels like to recognize how we feel in this moment with this group of people. So maybe you don't feel good, and that's okay, but I like authenticity, so I welcome any feelings that you want to share with us. And if you would like to, you can also say an intention you want for this meditation, but we'll keep it just a few sentences. So if you want to think on your intention, we'll come back to that on the next round. But if you have some burning intention, then feel free to share that. Okay, so I'm just.
Can I go first?
Yes, I would love it if you went first. Go for it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mike. They call me Monk, and my intentions are to raise the vibration.
Okay, I have to cut you off because it's getting a lot of feedback and it's like echoing pretty bad, and I can see that there's two of you, like there's two monk names, and I think if you guys are like in the same room or near each other, if you can like spread out a little more, because I'm hearing it, like I'm hearing you go. Does that make sense?
All right, yeah, we're spreading out.
You want to try it again?
Is that better?
Yes, that's a little better. Try talking now.
Alright, my name is Mike. I'm in Bossier City, Louisiana.
You're muted.
It's a little bit hard to hear you still. I'm hearing you through Kim. Is that your name? Kim?
Yeah.
Hi, Kim. I'm hearing you through
Hey
Kim.
there.
So if you want, maybe you guys could just like go in the same room and jump on the same little Google box.
Okay, let's try it again.
Okay.
Is that better?
Try it. Just talk.
Hello again, everyone.
Lots of echoing.
Yeah. Okay, we'll fix it. Someone else go.
Okay, well, let's let someone else go and we'll come back. Christian, would you like to go?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm Bonnie. I mean, I mentioned that part, but I'm in Austin, Texas, and in this present moment, I'm feeling excited, and I'm feeling charged, and I'm feeling really going with the flow, kind of melty and floaty all at the same time. Okay, Christian, your turn.
Okay. Hey, am I upside down?
Yes, you're upside down.
Awesome. Okay. Hey, I'm Christian, and I live in Southern
Yes.
California, and I'm feeling really awesome right now.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that's
I'm
it.
glad to hear it. What?
And that's it.
Sweet. I'm so glad that you're feeling awesome in this present moment. That's great.
Mm.
Okay, we'll come back around for intentions. Okay, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. You want to go? Corinne. Corinne?
Corinne.
Corinne. Is that your name?
That's her. She's trying to figure us out. I'm back.
Oh, okay, Corinne, you want to go? Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us how you feel in this present moment.
Hi, I'm Corinne, and I'm a little frustrated, mainly because me and my husband can't get on the same page with trying to be at peace with everything right now, because I feel like I'm on a different level. I won't go too deep into it, but just, trying to maintain that level, and I feel like I've got it. I just want to be able to relate,
Totally. Sweet. Well, welcome. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah, just taking notice of how you feel in this present moment is pretty powerful, actually. So I'll remind us, yeah, we don't even need to like always talk about the story to heal ourselves just by recognizing how we feel. So it's an interesting thing. But sweet, I'm glad you're here. Okay, Deanna, go for it. I'm just going down the line reading people's names off.
Deanna.
Okay. Khadijah. Oh, I couldn't tell that was you because you're far away from your camera. So, hey, I'm glad you're here, Khadijah.
Yeah, I'm excited. So my
Yeah.
name is Khadijah. I'm from New Jersey, and I'm feeling rested and excited to see how this is gonna go.
That's nice. Welcome. All right, Tony, go for it.
Okay. Well, now that I'm back, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I guess still a little excited, trying to get some stuff done, but I'm ready to relax and take some deep breaths and calm down and enjoy the meditation.
Yay. Okay, Woody, go for it. Okay.
Who's going for it?
Monk, go for it.
Hello, I am feeling super excited about it. I love these meditation gatherings we have, and got my crystalline stones all set up here, and feeling super excited.
Sweet. Sweet. Kim.
I'm Kim. I'm in Bossier City also. And I'm feeling just kind of overwhelmed, and I want to, release is my intention.
Release.
Just kind of let go.
Yeah, release and let go.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, Deanna, if you want to unmute yourself, if you're there, or Woody, go for it. Otherwise, we're going to get started.
Okay. I'm still here. I'm just listening and trying to calm down and relax.
You're like, I don't want to. Oh, yeah, I meant to say you can always pass on the introductions, too, and that doesn't bother me. Okay, so let's open this container, or drop into this container. Remember, in meditation, actually in everything in life, it's always, I enjoy creating a container. So what I mean by that is, like, in this container, we're going to keep a focus on healing ourselves. So we're going to open this container of healing ourselves right now, and all we have to do is close our eyes and get centered. So I'm just going to walk us through a little getting centered technique to start with. And then we'll talk again for a minute, and then we'll go into the full guided meditation and training part, in case you're wondering what this night looks like. So let's drop in by closing our eyes. And we'll begin to feel our breath. And when I say drop in, sometimes it really does feel like we're coming from up in the sky and dropping into our bodies, and then feeling ourselves sink down all the way to the floor. When we get to our feet, we can imagine our feet rooting deep into the earth, like we're growing roots, like a tree, and extending those roots deep into the earth. We'll ground here. And we'll take a moment to notice that we can also draw this earth energy up from the ground into our feet, up our bodies, all the way up to the top of our head and out the top of our head. So we'll take a moment to inhale, drawing the earth energy up, and then we will exhale, releasing down. We'll do it again, and on this one, feel free to exhale with the word ha, saying the word ha out loud, or just a nice sigh, welcoming anything that's coming up in your body, any sensations, anything we feel. It might change as we notice it. Just recognize that. So we're going to take 3 of the deepest breaths we've taken all day. It doesn't have to be on the same timing, so you can start these whenever you want. But we want to feel that earth energy coming up from the earth into our bodies as we inhale, rising the energy up to the top of our head. And then we're going to exhale down through our mouth, saying the word ha, and releasing the energy down and back into the earth, out our feet. 2 more of these. And when we exhale, we open our mouth, exhale through our mouth, releasing back down, feeling our whole body release into the earth as we sink our breath down through our feet and into the ground. And last one, nice big inhale. Exhale. Here we'll pick up abdominal breathing. As we inhale, we'll feel our stomachs grow larger, like a balloon is in our stomach and it's inflating with air. And as we exhale, we'll feel that balloon in our stomach deflating as our belly button moves closer to the wall of our spine. We'll take a moment to establish this abdominal breathing. It might be new, and it might feel different. Without judging, just welcoming. We'll feel what it feels like to bring the oxygen deep into our bellies. On this next exhale, whenever you're ready, as we exhale, we'll push all the air out. When we feel like we've pushed all the air out, we can try pushing it a little more. And then allow the breath to flow effortlessly, but powerfully back into our bodies on our inhale. Here we'll take a moment to visualize ourselves in a beautiful surrounding. We can draw out the surrounding, whatever it looks like. Maybe it's an ocean, maybe a forest. Maybe it's just a beautiful living room or bedroom. If you're in the living room or the bedroom, you can draw a window so that we can see the sunrise. We'll take a moment to imagine a sunrise. Imagine the sunrise and the sun coming up over the horizon. And take just a moment to feel our eyebrow center or our third eye, the point in between our eyebrows, slightly lifted. We'll take a moment there, recognizing that spot while we're visualizing this sunrise. And we can even put our arm out and extend it to where we see the sun, just over the horizon. And just like our arm is out, we're going to now connect the point of light at our third eye with that sunrise. Keeping our eyes slightly lifted, our gaze slightly lifted over the horizon. Connecting that to our third eye. Releasing the shoulders. Feeling the relief that comes with the release of our shoulders. And when we're ready, we'll take one more moment just to acknowledge this space that we're in right now. And if there's any intentions you have for tonight, we can think about them. We'll invite our intentions. What is it we want out of our meditation tonight? And when we're ready, we can open our eyes. Gently, gradually, and slowly. And tell me when our eyes are open because I can't see everybody exactly. Hey! Okay, so does anybody have any other intentions that they want to bring in right now? Or say out loud?
I really want to connect to my inner world and like see it when I'm meditating, like see my inner world. I haven't really done that, so.
Sweet, I love doing that stuff. I love connecting to my inner world. I have like a little place in my mind that's like where I go to meditate, and it's really fun to detail out like what it looks like, and I think it's going to exist in real life someday. But it's fun to draw out that place, because then when we are feeling overwhelmed or stressed, all we have to do is close our eyes and we can get there. And part of the exercises that we do also help us get there. And I also wanted to start with that sunset meditation tonight, just because that's a really powerful tool. If you're feeling anxiety or anxious at all, it can be really powerful to use that visualization technique. So, and outlining like what does that inner world of peace look like within us. So yeah, sweet. I wrote that down. Okay. Does anybody else have an intention?
I have an intention.
Go for it.
I would like to raise my vibration in order to be easy to make it easier to get into the vortex of manifesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, a lot of it has to do with just being in the moment and not worrying about, what's to come and what's past. And I've learned that a lot lately. It's been a great lesson lately. But I would like to learn how to perfect that time in the vortex, getting into the vortex of creation, and learning how to manifest things easier.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sweet.
Okay, I have an intention.
Go for it.
I actually just want to be in the moment.
Learn what that is. I love that. Well, good job, because you totally were just in the moment in that drop-in meditation that we did. And it gets easier the more that we practice it. So sweet. How did our 10-minute meditation feel? Did you feel in the present moment?
Especially when you're like, time to relax the shoulders, and then my shoulders were just like, bloop, and I was totally in it.
Nice. We lost Corinne. That's okay though. I think she'll be back. Yeah, just releasing the shoulders is like incredibly powerful, and it's interesting that we can release our shoulders and then think that we've released them all the way, but then 3 seconds later I tell myself, okay, release my shoulders, and I release them even more. Like, it's kind of like I can keep releasing them more and more and more. That's another thing that we do in Qigong. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I'm a Qigong instructor if anybody wants to learn some Qigong sometime. Okay. Does anybody have any other intentions before we do a couple practices, techniques?
I have an intention.
Okay.
To just be able to learn or find true authenticity.
I think you're in the right place for that. Another thing I do is authentic relating facilitation. So if you guys want to learn more about that, I can't really fit it all into this like hour-and-a-half window, but talk to me, and we're planning on getting some authentic relating games online happening soon, so that'll be a first, and I will let everyone know about it. Okay, so find and learn authenticity. Alrighty, and I bet Woody's is to lucid dream. But if you have anything else, feel free to say so.
You saw my post earlier about the lucid dream I had last night. It was pretty amazing. It's I would have to say my first lucid dream that I of, and the connection I felt, especially whenever I woke up, I was still feeling the connection, and man, it was amazing. The shapes, the colors,
I
the
do
sounds.
lucid dream more when
and I know I had some more vivid dreaming. See, I wasn't even meditating. I just, last night I went to sleep with my stones under my pillow, and I had some amazing dreams.
There's Woody.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't see that post. Where is that post about your lucid dream?
I posted in one of our groups or two of our groups. I know I posted in the Arcturians, Pleiadians, Lemurians, Atlanteans group. So I'll have to share it again later. But I mean that was pretty much it. I was just saying that in the post I pretty much that describing the loose
Okay,
dream,
I'm gonna
the
stop you
shapes and the
only
sound.
because I want to stay
Amazing
focused on this present moment, and so I'm going to ask that we try and stay focused on this present moment by feeling how we feel right now instead of like feeling how we felt during this lucid dream last night. Does that make sense? Only because it's just an experiment and it's fun to practice being in the present moment. So, so to practice that, and actually that's what we'll do for our technique. So.
Hello.
Hey, Michael.
Hey.
Hey.
All right, we're gonna move.
So you guys didn't begin yet, did you?
Well, we did a centering, but we're just gonna do some techniques, and then we'll do the rest of the guided meditation. So let's go ahead and move around, like move our bodies. I love to start all my meditations this way because, I mean, some of you might have been at work and sitting at a desk or something. Ideally, we would even stand up. If you want to stand up, you can stand up. And in Qigong, we shake, so you can shake your hands, shake your arms if you have any injuries in that specific spot. You wouldn't want to shake it. But the intention here is to get our blood flowing through our body, and we want to take notice of how it feels to move our body, what sensations come up and what sensations go away as we do this. And next we'll do some medulla massages and head massages. So we'll take the tips of our fingers and put it on our head. And then we'll do small circles all around our head, feeling the skin underneath our head move, our brain, like we feel our brain, and we feel the skin on top of our head. I'm sorry, that was confusing. And we're stimulating our brains. And then we'll do some skull taps, and we'll tap, tap, tap our head. And then we'll do our medulla massage by taking 3 fingers and putting it on our medulla, which is near the spot where our neck and our brain meet. And there's that little indent right there. It looks like this. And we'll put both hands in that spot, and we'll do little circles, applying just light tension, 3 to the left, and 3 to the right, and 3 to the left, and 3 to the right. Now we're going to do it again, and imagine any tension to evaporate as we do it. So we'll inhale. drawing our breath to the medulla, and exhale, releasing any tension. At the same time, we're doing little circles, 3 to the left, 3 to the right. So we can do that one more time.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay. And then we will move on to our tapping. So for this, we just tap all along our arm. So this is the physical part of meditation. I bet you didn't think that meditation was physical. And we'll also go up to our shoulder, and this is for all of us who wear the weight of the world on our shoulder. So we'll tap right there, and then down our arm, even our hand, and then switch the next one, tapping our shoulder all the way down our arm and to our hand. And so I would encourage you to put these in your toolbox and take them out next time you're feeling emotionally stressed, because it's amazing how these physical movements can really help. Okay, so now we're going to do our tension scan. So we're going to scan for any tension in our body by using our hands. So we'll take a deep breath and exhale. And we'll relax our bodies. Close our eyes. We'll take notice if there's anywhere in our body that's feeling particular tension, particularly more tension in this spot. We'll release our shoulders, feeling them release down, and that tension that we were holding in our shoulders releases into the earth to be purified and cleansed. We can go ahead here and do 3 shoulder rolls to the back and 3 to the front and 3 to the back and 3 to the front. So like I said, we're going to use our hands for this technique. So we'll start with our hands together.
Eyes closed?
Eyes closed, yeah. Hands together. And we'll imagine we're charging our hands with positive, intuitive energy. And we'll put our hands above our head. And then begin to allow our hands to release down the front of our body, starting at our forehead, well, the top of our head, then our forehead. And this is a body scan, so our arms are going to move down our face. And as we do this, if there's any particular spot that we feel tense, we can allow our hands to stop at that spot for a moment, or if there's any spots that feel really warm on our body as we're hovering our hands over our body, we'll stop at that spot. And you can move our hands forward and backwards and feel where we feel the most warmth, and just allow our hands to stop there and release the tension through our hands. If you're feeling tension still at your heart, we can hold them at our heart. If it's at your shoulders, it could be our shoulders. But take this time to physically and mentally do this body scan. Nice and slow. Once we get all the way to the bottom of our abdomen, we will move on to our legs. Just allow this scan to happen, feeling a wave of release and relief as we release our hands down. When we get to the bottom, we'll do the same thing now, but bring the energy up. And our hands are going to come along the front of our bodies, just over. We don't even actually have to be touching our skin. Our hands can be hovering about an inch away from the body. And take this moment to identify where you're holding tension in your body. We can now move our hands around to our back, to our shoulders. Just allow our hands to scan over the whole body. Releasing any tension. For our arms, we can do one arm with one hand and then switch. And then we'll do our sweep. So we'll take our hands at the top of our head here, and this time we're going to go faster. So we're just going to, like we're sweeping any tension or negative energy off of our body. Like this. And just sweep.
Wait, can you do that again?
And just start at your head and sweep like we're sweeping it off. We do this in Reiki.
Like this?
I can't exactly see you.
Okay, well, if you could just give an example. I think I got it, but...
Shoo. You can't even make the noise. Shoo. Shoo. Shoo.
Shoo.
Shoo.
Shoo.
It's like a shrew. Sweet. So we should be feeling a little bit more relaxed now. How are we feeling, team? In this present moment, are we feeling any different than the present moment when we started?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely a lot less tense.
Sweet.
I didn't even realize it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just woke up from a nap, but...
Yeah, I love naps. Sweet. So we're going to take... So, yeah, keep checking in on yourself, on how we're feeling in this present moment. And, yeah. Okay, we're going to take 2 minutes to get some water and do a bathroom break, and I would encourage everyone to stand up for a minute if you can, and then we'll come back in 2 minutes and sit down and do the guided meditation, unless there's any more techniques that we want to work on, which I'm open to also. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I'm going to run to the restroom, and everybody else, yeah, so we'll meet back here in 2 minutes at 9:16, well, 9:17. And yeah, it's good to get up for a second, because then when we sit back down, like we've done all this preparing, and so we want our blood to kind of move a little bit, and then when we sit back down, it's not like we'll have already been sitting here for 45 minutes, you know? It's good to move our bodies around a little bit before we actually sit down to do the meditation. Also grab any pillows that you might need for the meditation. I always like to have one behind my back so that when my arms start like dragging me forward, I can just keep my back straight and relax against the pillow. So I'll see you in 2 minutes. Where's the Wi-Fi box? Why does one keep cutting out?
It's on our Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it's on your Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Hey, Mom. Yeah, it's him.
I'm going to try to...
Why does mine keep cutting out? I'm right next to your Wi-Fi box. I'm about to do some jumping jacks.
No, I'm on your Wi-Fi. I keep getting kicked off. No, thank God I got back in. I can sit right here.
I don't know. That's what I was wondering myself. Maybe when you were trying to do it at the hospital?
I thought you signed in on this instead.
I thought so too. I don't know why it did that. Because I was like, why is my picture showing up?
Okay. Sweet. Monk, that's the one that we just did, the like using our hands to recognize where any tension is, and then also using our hands to release the tension is a really good one for jumping in the vortex. And yeah, I just felt like I needed to share that with you.
What did you say?
What we just did, the body scan technique with our hands, is a really good one to do for jumping in. He was talking about raising the vibration, and it really raises our vibration, that one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Is everybody back? Everybody get some water?
Yes, indeed.
Moved around a little bit. Everybody moved around a little bit? Okay, sweet. Okay. So we'll get comfortable now. Feel free to move your body any way it wants to. We're going to allow ourselves to feel and do whatever feels right to us. So if you feel like you want to move, feel free to move. Also, I like to encourage either putting sorry, I'm not talking to the camera, either putting a pillow in your lap or wrapping like a sarong around your waist. People who have been here before have heard this every time, but it's useful to me, so I feel like I'm going to share it with you. But you can wrap, like put your hands in your shirt and kind of make a little pocket for your hands to be. So left hand under right hand, and then we're just making this pouch. And you can also do this by tying like a sarong or a blanket or a towel around your waist and making that pouch. And the reason that we do that is our bodies are not used to sitting in meditation, and they'll pull us out of meditation. So if we do this little trick, we're able to keep our shoulders up and back and relaxed at the same time. So when our shoulders fall forward, they're still being supported by like my little cubby hole in my shirt here. Or you could just put a pillow in your lap or something to allow your hands to rest in your lap. Or you can do there's multiple different ways you can hold your hands. That's the most comfortable way for me, because that way my shoulders can rest easy. I also, I like doing laying down meditations, but for these particularly, I like to encourage sitting up because I fall asleep when I lay down. And while we're doing this meditation, we want to, in order to stay stimulated and awake and alert and get what we fully need out of it, we want to be sitting up straight with our back straight, and it's like we're being pulled up. It's like this energy is coming up and coming up. You were talking about raising your vibration. Like, we're literally raising our vibration. We're coming up. So you can feel that, and if you feel that rising as we're sitting here, you won't get tired, and I don't get tired, and that's how I avoid falling asleep during meditations and also raising our vibration. A clear example of this is when we don't feel good. What's our posture like? Like this normally. We're kind of like, oh, we're like literally being pulled down by our body. But when we feel good, we're like, hey, what's up? You know, and we're up here. And so we can work with that by keeping our bodies up straight and allowing ourselves to be pulled up. So there's my rant. And since I call this a training too, because I like to take the opportunity to share why we do these things and give you tips on how to make your experience as quality as possible. Because if I just sat here and guided us through it, that'd be great. But I like you to be able to put these tools in your toolbox and pull them out when you need them. So if we want to do that, then you got to know how to do it.
It's a tool.
What is a tool? Lots of tools.
As Tony says.
Yeah. I knew you was going to say that. But yeah, it is. They're awesome tools. Thanks for sharing them, Bonnie.
You're welcome. How long do we want to go tonight, team? Is 20 minutes? Because if you don't give me a time limit, we're going to end up going like an hour like we did last time.
An hour?
I mean, last time.
Was that too long?
Like 45
I could go for 2 hours, right. Just saying.
What feels right? Okay. All right.
What feels right?
Please
because what feels right to me is usually like
an hour.
Okay, we'll go
as
for
long as you feel to.
20 to 30 minutes is ideal for when, I don't know if you guys are like first starting, or a lot of you I've seen in here before, so the more that if 20 minutes feels like a long time it does feel like a long time in the beginning. It changes. The time ends up going a lot quicker after you practice. So practicing this just 5 minutes a day 20 minutes will suddenly be like gone in a second. So out of any of these techniques that we've done tonight and any of the tools that you might pick up during this guided meditation, pick one of them and do it for 5 minutes a day, twice a day, and that is like golden. That's actually better than doing 2 hours of meditation like one day a week, because we're building pathways in our brain to get to this place of peace within us. And sometimes the pathway there is a little bit, we kind of have to like cut it out. We have to make the path. So once the path's been made, it's a lot easier, and then it goes, time just flies by, and next thing you know, it's been 2 hours. So, does anybody have any questions before we start?
No, ma'am.
Okay, sweet. Then let's refocus.
All right.
And let's put ourselves on mute, just because it's kind of annoying when like random sounds end up showing up. But remember that in this meditation, distractions are not distractions. They don't bother us. Instead of feeling bothered or frustrated by the distractions, we'll simply turn our attention back to our breath, and we'll allow our distractions to take us further into our meditation instead of making us frustrated. Also, if our brain starts to wander, remember to keep a gentle and loving approach to that. Because it's okay, our brain is going to wander a little bit, and that's just what happens. So keeping a very peaceful and loving approach to that, the distractions, and just gently and simply turning our minds back to the breath. Okay, so we'll begin by closing our eyes. We'll take recognition of how our breath feels. What temperature is our breath today? Is it flowing easily into our bodies? Or is it a little bit harder? Without controlling our breath, we'll simply take awareness of it. Where's it going? What temperature is it? If our breath were a color, what color would it be? Feel free to breathe in that color. We can take a moment here to think of our intention for this meditation. And then we'll release our intention, knowing that all we need to do is put it there. Our intuition will take care of the rest. We'll begin our abdominal breathing, feeling how it feels for our stomachs to grow like the balloon inflating when we inhale. And when we exhale, the balloon deflates and gets smaller as our belly button moves closer to the wall of our spine. We'll take a moment to recognize if our bodies feel any different after doing our body scan. And if there was any spot that came up during our body scan that was holding the tension, we'll consciously release that spot. If you'd like, you might want to put your hand over that spot and help release that tension. Feel free to imagine a ball of light going into that spot and releasing the tension. And here, we'll bring our awareness to our left foot. Relax and release the left foot, feeling a wave of peace in that left foot as we do this. Moving up or moving over, we'll relax our right foot. Imagining what it would feel like if our right foot was at complete peace with no tension. Feel free to root into the ground. Moving up, we'll relax our left calf, our right calf, our left thigh, our right thigh, the left part of our bottom, and the right. We'll relax our lower abs, just the lower part for now. Relax our left hand, our right hand, our left lower ab, our lower arm, and our right lower arm. Moving up, we relax our upper abs, the left upper part of our arm, we'll relax that. the right upper part of our arm, releasing. Moving up, we'll release our shoulders, the left side of our shoulder and the right, feeling the deep relaxation, dropping any tension there into the earth. Moving up, we'll relax our left side of our chest and our right side. Relax the throat. We'll take a moment to relax our tongue. Permission to relax the tongue. And then place it, if it feels comfortable to you, at the roof of our mouth. And then moving and relaxing our face, our eyes, the point of light at our third eye, we'll even relax that area. Relaxing the top of our head. And we'll relax the space around us, coming out from the top of our head and around our body. What would it feel like if we could relax that space? We'll continue to follow our breath here. And we'll take a few moments to recognize this present moment of tranquility throughout our body, and also the awareness of our breath flowing into it. Becoming aware of any sounds occurring in this present moment. Aware of any feelings or sensations in our body in this present moment. Aware of how those sensations might change or move throughout our body. Aware of what we're smelling. Here we'll follow the natural rhythm of our breath as we're still engaging our abdominal breathing if it feels right. Following the rhythm of our breath and the gentle rise and fall of our abdomen. Be mindful of the breath. Watch how it comes and how it goes, ever fresh and ever changing. Noticing the sensations as they rise and fade. And take a moment to note the importance of the breath. We can affirm to ourselves here, my happiness energizes and inspires me. My happiness energizes and inspires me. And last time, my happiness energizes and inspires me. Feel free to come back to this centering thought at any point. My happiness energizes and inspires me. Feeling how we authentically feel in this present moment. Not trying to change it, but just being aware. We'll begin visualizing. If it feels right to you to visualize, if you'd like to stay here and keep the focus on the breath, we can do that. If you're more visual, we can begin to imagine ourselves walking down a beautiful path. What do you see as you walk down this path? I see a garden with beautiful flowers. Feel free to draw this path. What does it smell like as you walk down the path? What 5 senses are you feeling the most of the 5 senses? Is it what you see, hear, smell, touch? Can you reach out and touch the flowers? What do you hear? Drawing out any details of harmony that we want. And we'll look up, and off in the distance we'll see a space designed specifically for us. It's beautiful. We'll walk over. As we approach this space closer and get closer to it, we see more details. What is this space? Is it in nature with trees as tall as you can see all around us? What kind of trees? Or is it the ocean on the beach with the sand? Or maybe it's a beautiful room. What color is the room or the walls in the room? What does it look like? Maybe there's beautiful meditation pillows in the room, and we can relax and be at peace here. Take the next few moments to design and draw out the image of this room or this space, whatever it is to you individually. because it is designed to be your place of peace. If there's somebody else in the room with you, who is that person? But only invite someone who will bring your energy up and be in harmony with this place. If you start to invite someone and then don't feel comfortable with it, you can go back to the place of peace you had before. Or if it feels comfortable to you, you can imagine someone there. Maybe it's someone we haven't met yet. A future lover, a future friend, or a current lover or friend. Whatever feels right to you. And we'll take the moment to listen to our intention, or to our intuition. And let our intuition help us design this space. As we enter into this space, we know that there's no need for worries or problems. So we let all those fears, worries, anxiety, we just put it down. There's no use for them here as we step into this place of peace fully. Maybe there's an animal there with you. Maybe there's some books you want to read, or your journal. Continuing to feel our breath and let our breath guide us as we detail what this place is like. Knowing that we're creating a place where we can go to manifest our desires, to manifest peace and harmony, and a place we can even go to send peace and harmony to others or to a situation in our life. Allow your imagination to flow as you detail this place. Maybe it's a waterfall. We'll take the next few minutes to be in this place. Invite our intuition into this place. We can also invite our guides, our higher self, and our angels if we would like to. And when we're done detailing this place, what we hear, what we smell, what we see, what we feel, what we taste, we'll imagine just sitting and being present in this space. Just as we're sitting and being present now. This is also a place where we can come to download information that's useful to us in our waking life, out of our meditation. So take a moment to invite whatever downloads that would serve your highest good for you to know. Invite those downloads and allow ourselves to do that. We might not consciously understand what the information is now, and we don't have to worry about that. We simply invite whatever messages, whatever downloads from true source energy that we need to gain in our current life. We'll take a few moments to allow those downloads to take place. Maybe they come in the form of a color. We can imagine breathing in that color. As we look up and we're in this place, it's like we're being showered with light. Allowing this light to come through the sky, onto our head, our shoulders, showering us with this download of energy, of information, of wisdom and light. We'll take 2 more minutes here with our downloads. And we'll wrap up the download knowing that we have received and downloaded or uploaded all of the information, all of the wisdom that serves our highest intent of good and helps us walk on our highest path. We'll take a moment to be grateful, feeling gratitude for this space, gratitude for ourselves, for creating this space of peace within our bodies, within our minds, and within our spiritual world. And we'll take a moment to be grateful that we can come back here anytime we need clarity, relief from anxiety or sadness. We can come back here anytime we want to raise our vibration, receive messages, or simply bathe in peace. If you did invite any guides or angels, feel free to thank them or higher selves. And we'll thank our intuition. If you'd like to invite your intuition to stay with you, even out of this peaceful place and out of this meditation, you can do so. And trust that it will. And gently now, we'll see the path that we took to get here, that beautiful path. And we don't need to be sad that we're leaving this place, because we know this place is within us and we can access it anytime, anywhere. So feel happy as we turn and begin to walk back down the path that we took to get here. What was that path? Was it garden? Was there stones? What did it look like? What does it look like now? Does it look any different as we walk back through the path? Maybe things look brighter or more detailed. Maybe there's more smells, more things to touch. And very gently, we'll turn our attention back to the breath, flowing in and flowing out of our bodies. Recognizing that we're in the same place as we were when we started, but notice if it feels any different in this present moment. How do we feel in this present moment? Release our shoulders if we might have tensed our shoulders back up. Take a moment to release anywhere we might have tensed back up. We'll take a moment now to release all techniques and simply be for just a few moments. Continuing to breathe deeply. And gently we'll honor ourselves for being in this space, for bringing us here. Honor our intuition for joining us. And since we just gathered all this beautiful, peaceful energy, maybe there's somewhere we'd like to send it. A situation in our life, a person, a place, just maybe to ourselves in the future. We can do that. So we'll put our hands together and we can rub our hands together now, feeling the warmth between our hands and the power, effortless power. And we can open our hands and imagine as a ball of light coming from our hands and going straight to that situation, person, place, thing that we'd like to send this peace energy towards, or to. You can imagine it flowing there through a tunnel of light and getting delivered there effortlessly but powerfully. As we imagine that situation, person, place, or thing embraced with white light all around and rimmed with gold and blue light. Feel the energy moving from our hands effortlessly to this situation we're sending peace to. And when you feel ready, we can bring our hands back together and we'll end our meditation with 3 ohms. We'll stay muted for these ohms and we'll do them nice and quietly and gently. Inhaling and exhaling with the ohm. Two more. Inhale. Exhale with the ohm. Last one, we'll inhale. Exhale with the ohm. Before we open our eyes, we'll take a moment to remind ourselves that we can find this place of peace within ourselves simply by allowing our breath to guide us there, knowing that our breath is the key, and inviting our breath to stay with us, our conscious flow of air. So when we feel ready, we can gently wiggle our fingers and our toes and feel what it's like to be back in this body, in this awesome, wonderful body that we have right now. Thank our body for going through that experience with us. And when you do open your eyes, do so very gradually, very slowly, and notice if the world looks any different. Maybe it's brighter. And we'll take this peace energy with us through the rest of our evening and the rest of our day tomorrow, the rest of our night tonight. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Feel free to move your body any way that feels good to move. Welcoming every sensation and every feeling and thought in this present moment. That felt good. Feel free to share how you feel in this present moment. We ended at exactly 10 o'clock. I think we started at 9, like 25. So I think I actually got the timing all right for once in my life. It's hard for me to talk after meditations. Like, when I go to meditation classes, I'm always like the first one out of the room when it's over, just because I'm always so in the zone, and it's almost like sometimes talking can, like, it's just like, sometimes it's just nicer to be quiet for a minute after, you know? So I understand if you don't feel like talking, but if you do, I'd love to hear how you feel.
Like, I woke up, you know, or come back, and like everything in my room is brighter and just like in the zone. You know?
That's one of my favorite parts of meditation, is the opening my eyes after and feeling like, or like seeing, like, how is this the same world? Like, it's so much brighter. It looks different. How is this the same world it was before I closed my eyes? Did anything, or if anybody wants to share anything that might have come up during the meditation, feel free to. But Kim, that's really awesome that you noticed that. Have you felt that before?
No. It's just, I've really been working on this focus.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Maybe it's the new stones.
Yeah, stones help a lot. Just a reminder to, you can clear your stones and by just simply intending to put positive energy into them, like putting your hands over them and restoring them to their highest vibration, just by putting your hands over them and holding that intention to restore them to the highest vibration. It's really powerful, just to keep your stones in their highest form. Some people call it cleansing, but I don't know. I don't really like the word cleansing as much, because it's really just restoring it to its highest vibration, which we can do because we are powerful. And you can also use white sage and stuff to do that, but you would still want to put that intention of allowing it to hold the highest vibration that it can.
Today I went to the doctor to get my cast and all changed out, and I've been keeping a stone in my cast, you know, in my ace wrap, and she was like, whoa, 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 what are you pulling? She thought I was pulling out a knife or anything. I was like, it's a healing stone.
Oh yeah, I meant to say, if anybody wants to stay in this meditation, feel free to like turn off the computer and stay in the meditation. It doesn't hurt my feelings. But that's really cool that you put the stone in there, Kim. I love crystals. What?
I'm just really trying, like, that's the overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's this leg.
So when you do go to that place of peace that we went to tonight, like the room or the outside, whatever it was for you, you would want to imagine your leg being healed. Like, you would want to imagine what it would feel like if you weren't having this, injury and things like that.
Like,
yeah.
Because that's where I was.
Mhm. And it's cool because it's there. It's totally there. And the more that that's okay. No, it doesn't bother me. I love when people, not love when people cry, but I like when people express their like true emotions. So it doesn't bother me or anything. And the stuff that we're doing is really deep. So it's really important to take that moment and realize, like, the impact that we're doing on our bodies, and that can cause emotions to come up. And the last thing we would want to do is suppress those emotions. We want to feel it, and if that means crying, then that means crying, and that's totally, actually, it's really good for us to cry. It releases endorphins in our brain, and if we haven't cried in a long time, our brain will start coming up with reasons to make us cry just so that we can have that physical release of the chemicals that our brain creates when we cry. So, yeah. But the more that we sit in that place and feel that healing occurring, it comes out into our real life, into our waking life also. So you're healing yourself on an emotional, spiritual, and physical level by doing this work. And I forgot to mention that I always like to do this in meditations, but I forgot until just now. But the gifts of meditation we receive from meditating, which is joy, wisdom, peace, harmony, love, energy, sound, light. Harmony. Yeah. So those are our gifts that we receive. So it's fun to watch them show up in other ways, like in our lives, you know. So yeah. Thanks for being here, Kim, and thanks for sharing that. And know that you totally created that place, and you can create it anytime you want to go back to. Yeah. Anybody else have anything they feel like sharing? If anything came up for you, or how you feel in this present moment?
I just recently got to where I wanted to move.
You're like, I don't even want to move my voice muscles right now.
or my body, for that matter. But yeah, that was cool. I did notice, though, I used some of the tools you were talking about where I felt my body like start to fall down forward, and I just kind of let it drop, drew it back upright just by that subtle pull.
Yeah, like that. I forgot to mention that in the meditation too. But yeah, I'm glad I mentioned it before. That pull up.
That pull. That's why I did it, is because you had mentioned it before the meditation. So it was like something I could use to bring myself back into the moment, and also keeping a conscious mind on your breath. If you feel like you're fixing to doze off or something, just put your attention back on your breath. And yeah, that helped me, because normally I like pass out or fall asleep and be like, oh, wake up, okay, meditation's over.
Yeah, and so feeling that string pulling you up, and if you feel a wave of like, I'm tired, like, just allow your body. It's like the whole time that I'm sitting in meditation, my body's coming up and up. So by the end of my meditation, I'm at my tallest self, you know. And that's another good thing to do when you're feeling tired, is to imagine what does my tallest self look like? How tall can I make myself? How much can I rise up, you know, and feel that pulling upward. And you can release back down and then pull back up. Really helps for not falling asleep.
I have trouble.
Whenever I woke up, I was just sitting up straight, like perfect poise, I guess you'd say, or good posture. Go ahead, Winnie.
Yeah, I have trouble slumping over or falling backwards, even with a back support. So maybe I need to try and find that string to pull me straight all the time, because you know, I drift almost into sleep, and then I come back out of it and I'm slumping over, and I try and straighten up. And then when I ended the meditation, I was having trouble. I had to get up and go outside and get my cat, and it took quite a while to get my balance. In other words, I didn't seem to be able to come back to physical reality quite as quickly as I thought I could, and I was having quite a bit of trouble walking for about a minute after I ended the meditation.
Yeah, that can happen because we go really deep, and so it takes us a moment. That's why I kind of was like, wiggle our toes and wiggle our fingers, because it takes us a moment to come back into our bodies, and if we jump up right away, yeah, we could feel, you know, kind of like that sensation. But just recognizing that and taking a few extra moments to move our bodies while we're still being seated before we like jump up is a good thing for that. And also, Woody, imagining a string pulling you up to that keeps you like straight in a line. And you can even imagine starting at the earth, a light string coming up through the base of our spine, all the way up through our body, up to our neck, and then out our third eye, and allow that to kind of keep us straight. Or you can imagine it out at the top of our head and allow that to keep us balanced and straight. But another thing is, when this is kind of new to us still, our bodies aren't used to sitting in this straight up position with our spine straight for that long. Like that was like 45 minutes or whatever, you know. So our bodies will kind of move around a little bit and adjust. So a trick is to start practicing outside of your meditation, sitting as straight up as you can, standing as tall up as you can. Even like when you're standing in line at the grocery store, like imagining yourself standing in your tallest self and being pulled up, and doing it like when you're at your computer working, or when you're just sitting and eating dinner or whatever it is, because that way you'll build the muscles that it takes, our back and our stomach, to hold us up that long, and our shoulders to stay relaxed and things. Yeah.
But when I'm standing in a checkout line at a grocery store, I'm usually doing like reality checks, you know, seeing if I'm awake or not.
Oh yeah, because you're like, am I lucid dreaming?
I definitely passed out there towards the end. I startled myself whenever I was coming back to. I think I scared Monkey out of the room. I was like, but that was great. But I definitely need to learn to concentrate on my breath throughout the entire thing, because I realize that that's what I usually end up doing, because it's usually in the evening before I go to bed, and I end up doing it until I fall asleep, and it helps, but I'd rather be able to do it consciously the entire way through and come out of it with like some different understanding other than just relaxation.
Yeah. And a lot of the things that we gain during meditation, like what we get like in the meditation, it might feel like just relaxation. But then when we go about the rest of our day, it might show up in other ways. Like we might feel more harmony, we might feel at peace, we might feel like just a calm sensation. We might feel like the puzzle of our life is all fitting together. You know, we might feel like we raised our vibration. We might get insight or answers to questions we've been asking. There's a lot of different ways that it manifests. So what we do in the meditation, like, it's not like that's the only time that we receive the gifts of meditation. We actually receive the gifts throughout our day and throughout our nights all the time, as long as we've done the meditation. So the gifts come up at other times in other ways. So we're doing more, like the example I always use is that after I meditate, like I just hop out of bed the next day usually. If I do a meditation like this before I go to sleep, like the next morning I'm just like, whoa, it's 8 a.m. and I didn't even need an alarm clock and I don't even want to be in bed anymore, you know, or whatever. And I used to be like a late sleeper and stuff, so like late sleep, you know, all afternoon or whatever. So it's definitely nice, and it's fun to see where it shows up in our lives. But yeah, so like throughout that, like when we were in that beautiful space that we had created, we would want to still be feeling our breath and stuff, but there's some parts where we might even not be breathing. And that's actually fine. Like, we don't really want to control it so much. We kind of want to just let it flow in and out. And if we do get distracted, the breath is like our anchor. Like, it's always going to bring us back. And, yeah. So there's a lot of other breathing Tonight was not centered on breathing techniques as much, mostly because a lot of these Google Hangouts, we've done a lot of breathing techniques. And today I was feeling more like intuition, visualization centering than I was feeling.
It's funny that you mentioned that. I actually, because you know I procrastinate, so I actually got a message from my subconscious. I got a picture of a handwritten like strategy list
Mm.
And then I just like, okay, and then I just let it go. But it was just, it was just almost like letting me know that that's something I need to do.
Like write a strategy list.
Actually write it, don't type it on the computer.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because it was handwritten.
I like that. Yeah, it's an art. It's such an art to write things out. And I think it's really powerful. Does anybody else have anything to share before I turn the live broadcast part off?
I loved it. Thank you.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you loved it. Reminder that this is every second and last Thursday of the month at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I also do private meditations, guided meditations.
I was just going to say something before you turn it off.
Go for it.
Okay, I just want to let you finish your
my spiel.
Your spiel.
I
just wanted to let you know that I wanted to say something, but go ahead, yeah.
No, I'm done with my shameless
self-promotion. Well, I was just going to say, like, if you absolutely have to, like, go do something after a meditation, there is, like, a grounding thing that you can do, like, pick your favorite healthy snack and maybe something to drink, because it'll ground you, so you're not so...
Totally true. I love doing that. Yeah. Like if you just did a meditation like this and now you gotta go somewhere, drinking a full glass of water and eating, something healthy that like brings our body back, brings us back into our body. I used to do that a lot too. It's fun. So thanks for mentioning that. And also doing the grounding work where we just imagine our feet as trees and rooting into the ground is a good grounding exercise. So thanks for bringing that up. You're right. That's why I started with the grounding exercise too, is because I was like, we're going to go deep tonight. Or we're going to go up here. So we better start with some grounding.
Might need to know how to ground back. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe I should have, might have been good to do some grounding at the end.
It's awesome what you're doing, Bonnie.
Thanks. It's awesome.
Yeah, seriously.
Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate it. I wouldn't be here without you guys. I would be really sad if you didn't come, so I'm really glad you guys all came.
Yay.
It really makes me happy that we're like, consciously taking control of how we feel. It's really important.
Cool. Well, thank you, Bonnie.
Oh, you guys are in the same place, I see now.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. You're welcome.
Bye.
I'll see you soon.
Namaste.
Namaste. Bye, Monk. Okay.
I'm still at that point. I don't really
What?
want to talk. I'm still at that point where you don't really want to talk. That's where I'm at. I'm just like,
I totally know how that feels. Yeah, Monk was saying, like, he's like, whoa, I got completely lost in the moment. He wrote on this thing. I got kind of lost in the moment, too.
I didn't get to absolute silence, and I love that. Just where your mind's not thinking of anything, no mental chatter whatsoever.
Yeah, totally. I know. I always feel like I could do less talking and more silence in the guided meditations. I think I'm going to try to do that more at the next one.
Well, after a while, I was just going to say, after a while, your voice is in the background. It's still guiding, but it's the way that you do it. It's real soft. It's not real obtrusive. So, in essence, it really does just go off into the background and it's a self-guided impression into the whole exercise.
That's awesome. Sweet.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I was going to say either way, like, you could do it that way. That'd be cool. I mean, like, it gets to a certain point where I'll, like, just turn it down and then I can't hear you anymore. Even if you're talking, I'm just like, I'm in the zone, so.
Yeah, you're like,
I like your voice. I think it kind of keeps me in the meditation. If it gets too quiet,
It's very soothing.
Yeah.
You have a soothing voice, Monty.
Thank you, guys. I love doing this, so I feel like it is like my calling in life to breathe all day and tell people to breathe all day.
Well, it's how you breathe, though. That's the important thing, and a lot of people don't know how to do that.
Yep.
Super true. Okay, we're welcome. I'm just going to end the live chat so that I can post this up so other people can start watching it and doing it. And a shout out to our YouTube viewers. Hi, YouTube viewers. Thank you so much for being with us. And a shout out, yay! And a shout out to the future people who are going to do this meditation. Hi, and thanks for participating. I appreciate you. And a shout out to each one of the people who did come and join this Google Hangout meditation. I appreciate you guys so much. And again, I'm Bonnie LeBaron. Connect with me, and I would be really happy. See you soon.